Hello and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is March the 11th, 2025, and I want to show you how to pot up little dahlia tubers. Now these here were from seedlings that I grew from last year. This one here is much smaller. I do have a video on my channel for how to pot up large dahlia tubers. So a small container here that I'm going to be putting this in. You want to put these about 2 to 3 inches deep. And this is going to be getting planted out later on when it warms up for us. So we're going to get it filled up with our potting mix here. Oops, I don't want to waste my potting mix. There we go. And we're going to nestle our little dahlia tuber in here. We see the shoot right here. We don't want to break that off. So we actually need a little bit more soil in there. Okay, I got some more soil added in there. And we're just going to nestle this down in here a little bit. Cover it up. I want to be careful I don't break that shoot off. Okay. Oopsies. A little too much there. Okay. There we go. There's a little lip right here in the inside of your container. What that's there for is for when you water your plants, your water doesn't spill out over the container and just kind of go everywhere. So you want to make sure you let that exposed. Because if you don't, you fill it the whole way up to the top, you're just going to have a big, huge mess every time you try and water it. Go. So we're going to get this watered here. Now, if your dahlia tubers are not sprouting, what you want to do is you want to put them on like a germination mat or in a warm area after you plant them, so it signals them to start sprouting and come up for you. So we're going to water this till water runs out the bottom. There we go. You want to make sure that you label them, especially if you're growing multiple different varieties, so you don't get anything mixed up. And you can see here, these are the smaller dahlias here that I had potted up. Now, some of these, I left the stems stick out, and some of them I did not. Now, some people will tell you that not letting the stems stick out can encourage rot, but from what I have seen, I like to give my dahlias a nice growing base, sort of, and the further down I put the tubers, the more it's going to have to hold the tuber in place as the plant is growing, especially like when you take it outside. Because when you take it outside, you have the wind blowing and different things, and what we don't want to happen is we don't want the tubers to get ripped out of the soil. So these are going to be transplanted out then into the ground, and I want that base there so that the tubers don't get pulled out of the ground by the wind blowing. So like I said, some of them, some of the stems were longer. So some of the stems are sticking out. Some of the stems are buried under. Now this one here is going to be a resident in this container here. So I'm going to let this one here grow in this container. This one is a shorter variety, and it's just going to be growing in this container here. Some of them I will be letting them grow in the containers, like this one here is going to grow in its container. Most likely this one here is going to grow in its container. But for these here, I'm going to be planting them out. So these will get planted out after the danger of frost is past, because your dahlias are very, very sensitive to cold weather. So we want to make sure that we're not exposing them to the cold weather where they could be damaged or the frost would kill off the foliage. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I have a lot of different videos on my channel for growing dahlias that you can check out on there. We've been growing dahlias for on and off for over 20 years now. And we've grown the big dinner plate dahlias, and we've grown all different varieties of dahlias. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button that tells I put a new video on. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.